and gentlemen, my name is Rick Haaland, the host of Healthy Tech Talk, and I'm here with another edition, and this is exciting today because you're going to be learning about, I should point over here, but I shouldn't point directly at my audience, right? You're going to be learning about workload pacing and drug dependence. This is a real big, serious issue for some doctors because when you're on pain medications, and we say pain medications are painkillers, and did you know there's no such thing as a painkiller? There's pain modifiers, but not painkillers. And I have in my hand, where do I have it? Oh yeah, a 12-page report, from Canadian Guideline for Safe and Effective Use of Opioids for Chronic Non-Cancer Pain. So we're going to be talking about that on the flip side. So we'll see ya over there. Over here or over there? Over there's to you, this way, over there. Okay, see you in a minute. Bye. Welcome to the eFlexonics Podcast Network. Join us for the latest tips and tricks from experts in their fields, showing you how you can be happy, healthy, and more productive when using technology, either at home or at work. Remember, tech shouldn't have to hurt. Our motto is, everything healthful and helpful for the computer user. Enjoy the show. Rick and Pat. Hi folks, thank you for coming back for this edition of Healthy Tech Talk. This is day 26, September 9th, and we're talking today about workload pacing and drug dependency. Two separate things, but I want to have a little chat with you about both. So my points of this, I'll hold the notes up higher toward the camera so I'm not looking down so much. Find a routine that allows you to rest every few hours. So do an activity for 15 minutes, half an hour tops, try that, and then rest for an hour. Try to rest longer than you do the activity and see if that works for you. And for goodness sake, start using a diary. Either get the app that I've suggested you use, Manage My Pain Pro, or start using a diary and putting it in a dayminder, something written, but you've got to start recording the things. Here's what I would record. I would record pain level. I would record activity level and how long you're active, how long you rested, what kind of activity was it? Was there a certain position that you were holding with your body that made it much worse? Were you lying down when you had rest? Like were you sitting up in a chair resting when you have your rest? See, I have a reclining love seat, and when I recline on that love seat, for some reason my left side goes numb. It's really weird. It doesn't happen when I'm in bed. So it's a reclining. You know those zero gravity chairs? Well, my reclining love seat's like that. But for some odd reason, it just hits that nerve really weird. And the whole side of me turns numb. Now, I have a very expensive mattress that prevents any pressure points on it. So I have to be careful of how I sit down in a chair. But anyway, just monitor your routine and get a balance between what you can do and what you can't do. Realize that pain patterns may not follow your personal workload. And by workload, I mean this. If you want to do a little bit of light duty, like doing the dishes or doing the laundry or vacuuming or whatever you have around the house. If you cannot work, this is especially important. This is why it's critical to keep some kind of recovery diary on paper so you can see your pain habits, flare-ups, and triggers. It's not going to be exactly the same every single day. As you progress toward recovery, you're going to notice sometimes some setbacks. I mean, even I'm having setbacks. My goodness, a couple of weeks ago, I was flat on my back for 3 days straight with a terrible headache. So it was a little bit of a setback. Realize that if you have chronic pain and have been taking opioids, your body and mind may have a dependency, and that's true for almost anything. Your body will start to crave that drug if you've been on it for any length of time. Talk to your doctor about a safe way to reduce opioid use after you learn how to control your pain. That's very, very important. And you know what's really neat? I've got a 12-page report here from my doctor. He did a brilliant move, All of his patients that are taking opioids, he has printed this out, and this is from the from the College of Physicians and Surgeons. Canadian Guideline for Safe and Effective Use of Opioids for Chronic Non-Cancer Pain. It's a clinical summary for family physicians, general population, and in it, he's got some extremely valuable information. For example, I'll show it on the next page. Opioids are used to improve your ability to be active and to reduce pain. So a twofold function. So you don't want to go off of them too quickly if you've got pain, but they're there to help you so you can be active. Number 2 on this great paper, common side effects. So they list the common side effects of opioids include nausea, 28% of patients report it, constipation 26%, drowsiness 24%. Oh, that's no surprise. Dizziness 18%. That's no surprise either. Dry skin 15% and vomiting 15%. Number 3, your doctor will ask you questions and discuss your concerns about the risk of becoming addictive. So if you feel that you have to double up on your medication or triple up and your pain level is the same, that should raise a red flag. So you got to be brutally honest with yourself and say, I've been on opioids or painkillers or pain modifiers for several months now. It could be that I'm becoming addicted and that my body is craving it. It's not a sin to admit that. What you want to do is you work closely with your doctor so they can slowly taper off when you get better. Okay, so number 4 is opioids have risks. These can be managed by working cooperatively with your doctor. Take the medication as your doctor prescribed it. Don't fool around. They know best, and hopefully if you communicated properly with your doctor, he or she will have found the level of pain medication that you should be on. Number 5, I'm skipping along here. There's more points that I should be going on. Number 4, but this podcast we don't have time. Number 5, if you stop taking your medication abruptly, you will experience a withdrawal reaction, especially on such a powerful drug as an opioid. Number 6, overdose from opioids is uncommon, but you and your family should be aware of the signs. And number 7, the medication the doctor prescribes for you can be very dangerous to others, so don't share your opioids with others. Here's the deal. So you've been injured. You're trying to get better. You're doing a little bit of activity, then you're doing a little bit of resting. A little bit of activity, and you're establishing a pattern, and you're starting to record it. You've got a drug routine that seems to be working. You are getting better, then you have a setback. So make sure you communicate that with your doctor. Taking opioids can be an extremely complex thing chemically and biologically in your body. Remember what they said at the very, very beginning. Opioids are used to improve your ability to be active and to reduce pain. So you want to treat it very, very, very carefully, is what I'm trying to say. So your doctor is the best person to go and say, look, I think I'm becoming addictive. There's a certain percentage of the people that will become addictive that will have a harder time to get off of the opioids than others. Your doctor will have a plan to help you. Just because you've been on, some people have been on opioids 2 or 3 years, so they have to take quite a long time to get off and to make sure that they're thinning it out to a safe level, because you can have withdrawals. One time I forgot to take mine for a day, or I think it was 2 days. 2 days. Believe me, I had a little bit of weird stuff going on, so I know of what I speak. It's just I forgot. I'm on a patch, and I thought, holy smokes, I forgot to change my patch. I think it was 1 day, I think. But anyway, opioids are extremely effective and efficient, but they can be, if they're misused, extremely dangerous. So I thought I would share that with you, what the doctors are doing and how they're pointing out and how they're, especially my doctor, he's giving this report to all of his patients that are on opioids. It's a fascinating read. But you should be researching opioid use if you're on opioids. Research on Google and see what the risks are, see what the benefits are. Check out your particular drug, and if you're having any of the side effects, discuss it with your doctor. what's really good is to write it down, write your questions down before you see your doctor. All right. Now the last one is, if you haven't learned how to completely relax by now, find a local Tai Chi club that can teach you the art of relaxation. So really important to, anxiety can really increase pain, can't it? And so if you're experiencing anxiety, just reach out to a local Tai Chi club or a local yoga club. And there's positions that they can teach you sitting down that can be very, very beneficial. Folks, thank you so much for joining me. This is Rick Haaland, your host on Healthy Tech Talk. We will have more shows in the future. We'll see you next show. Bye-bye.